Here is a request that sounds reasonable, right up until you look at it closely. I hand you a handful of examples, points where you have seen both the input and the answer it produced. Then I give you one new input, a point that was not among your examples, and I ask you to predict its answer. There is a single condition. You may assume nothing. About the rule behind the data: no smoothness, no simplicity, no pattern you are allowed to trust in advance. Just the examples and a point you have never seen. Make it concrete. Suppose the answers so far go 2, then 4, then 6, then 8. The next one is obviously 10. Except it is not obvious at all. There is a rule that gives 2, 4, 6, 8, and then leaps to 4 million. There is a rule that gives 2, 4, 6, 8, and then falls back to 0. Each one fits everything you have seen perfectly. 10 only feels inevitable because you are already assuming the world is simple. And I told you that you may not. That is the shape of the problem. Any answer at all is consistent with the examples you were given. A rule that outputs one value at the new point and a rule that outputs the exact opposite can agree on every single point you have already checked and split only where you cannot look. So with no assumption, connecting the seen to the unseen, every continuation is equally allowed. The data by itself cannot choose. You might hope that impossibility is just a failure of imagination on your part. It is not. It is a theorem, and it is exact. Picture two learners. Train them on the same data, and on every example they have seen, they agree completely. Same fit, same answers, indistinguishable from the outside. Now show them the one point neither has seen. One says up, the other says down. Nothing in the shared data prefers either one. They are equally faithful to everything you can check, and opposite on the one thing you cannot. Now do the ruthless thing. Average over every possible world. Every way the unseen answers could have been filled in. Every rule the universe might secretly be running. In 1996, David Wolpert proved what that average comes to for learning algorithms, and the result got a name: no free lunch. Averaged over all possible problems, no learning algorithm beats any other. The most sophisticated method you can build, and a blind coin flip, finish in an exact tie. Whatever one learner gains on some worlds, it gives back precisely on the rest. No strategy wins everywhere. So how does anything ever learn? Because things clearly do. Look again at where the theorem gets its force. It averages over all possible worlds, and the overwhelming majority of those worlds are pure noise, where the past tells you nothing whatsoever about the future. But we do not live in an average world. We live in one particular world, and it is not arbitrary. It has structure. Things nearby resemble each other. Patterns repeat. Symmetries hold. Causes come before their effects. The escape is to stop trying to win everywhere, and to bet on the world we actually have. And the instant you place that bet, you have given something up. Betting on structure is a refusal to treat all worlds alike. It says, out loud, I expect regularity of this kind and not of that kind. That expectation, fixed before any data arrives, has a name. It is the inductive bias. Every learner that generalizes has one, whether its designer admits it or not. And it is not a defect to be engineered away. It is the very thing that makes learning possible at all. No bias, no generalization. That is the whole trade, and there is no way around it. Which gives us the idea that organizes this entire series. If every learner is a bet, then we can grade every one of them the same way, on a single card. 3 lines. The first is the bias, the assumption the architecture hardwires into its very structure. The second is the win, what you gain when that assumption happens to be true, which is almost always the power to learn from far less data. The third is the bill, what you pay when the assumption is false, the precise way the system fails on the inputs that break it. The bias, the win, and the bill. Every episode after this one fills in the same card, for a different architecture. And there are a great many cards to fill. A convolution bets that what matters is local, and that a pattern means the same thing wherever it happens to appear. Recurrence bets that time is uniform, the same rule applied again at every step. Attention bets that relevance can be computed from content, that the right thing to look at will, in effect, announce itself. Each one is a different wager about the shape of the world, written down in code. And each pays off beautifully on the problems it was built for, and stumbles on the ones it was not. So that is the lens for everything ahead. Not architectures as machinery to be memorized, but architectures as bets you can learn to read. What does this design quietly assume? What does that assumption buy? And where exactly does the bill come due? There is no learning without assumptions. That door is closed, and the theorem closed it. The only real choice any learner ever makes is which assumptions to bet on.